Hi! I am back and I am obviously in a new bed, as you can tell right behind me. I am actually in a new room. I look a little dark. I'm going to have to work with the lighting now in this room, but I have moved again. I feel like the last, oh my gosh, year has just been very nomadic and I've been moving everywhere, but I've officially tied to a lease. So this is my room for the next at least 18 months, and I do have a roommate, so I think this is actually going to be the longest relationship I've ever had in my entire life. We'll see if her and I can do it. I have faith that we can, and we are going to make this the best living opportunity ever in life, but just busy. That's one of the reasons why I haven't really filmed, but I'm in a new space. I am still loving what I'm doing. It's been a blessing within itself, and no really new updates other than a new bed and a new apartment, which is bigger and I am more excited about. Still wearing the same old tanks. I'm actually going running, which is one of the reasons why I'm wearing it. Why my hair looks a mess, because I'll just throw a cap on, but yeah, so much is going on in my life, and I feel like people often ask, hey, so what's the latest on relationships, and what's the latest on friendships? Well, there is no relationship, actually, and there hasn't been since my last video. I haven't met anybody. I realized that moving to a bigger city and being amongst a bigger community, if you will, I thought there'd be somebody, but I just haven't met the right person. I don't really put myself out there whenever I am out to begin with, and maybe that's something I should change, but I feel like with all of this transition going on from moving in from the house that I was in to moving into my new apartment to, just really trying to get established and work, and with different things coming up with that could potentially help me, such as evals, that's kind of more what I've been focused on rather than going out and finding somebody to be with. But I guess, like the saying goes, with timing the right person will come, and we'll see who that person is, because I don't know who who they are at the moment. And with friendships, all my friendships are still really good, and it's funny because I've been having this conversation with people that are in my core group of friends. It used to be extremely big, and I know I've posted about this on social media and Facebook, not really for sympathy and not for, pity or petty reasons, but honestly just to give insight to maybe those who are going through the same thing I am, and that's, I've gone through the hardest breakup in life, and that's a friendship. Friendships have ended. They didn't end horrifically. We didn't fight. There wasn't an argument that really ended the friendship. There was just no more communication is what it is. And a lot of my closest friends who actually, we were all friends together, have just kind of questioned why I did that and why I've, because I'll admit I cut off communication with a couple of people that I was extremely close with, and I'm sharing this because I'm sure many of you have been in the same situation that I've been in, where you just don't know what to do at a certain point and you don't know how to balance yourself out, because you ultimately have to make yourself happy for any relationship to exist. And my response to them at first was, I don't need to tell you why. I'm not asking you to not be friends with those individuals. It's just something I'm doing. And so after tons of questions and, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you did that, you're treating them like you would have treated someone you were dating. It's completely different, one, because whoever I date and I cut off, there's a harsher reason to it. This reason was a friendship, and this is my side. I'm sure they have theirs. It was just becoming very one-sided, and I am a firm believer in not putting forth more effort than you are given by someone, and that goes for relationships between friends, significant others, and I just felt like my friendship was becoming very one-sided. And I've posted a quote before, and I'm not one to burn a bridge, but I definitely won't be the one to put my perfectly manicured finger on that fire extinguisher to let it out. And once the bridge is burned, I'm down to rebuild. Just like anything you build, it's going to take time to get back to where we were. And when I finally explained it to the people that kept asking, Julia Roberts has a beautiful quote, and all of this is happening as I'm transitioning from my house into my apartment, so it's kind of like an ending and a closing of certain chapters. But the quote is, when you no longer speak to somebody and it doesn't end maliciously, it's not because you or them are a bad person. It's because their part in your story is over. And that's not to say that they won't be in future chapters. That's just to say that the chapter that had them in it, unfortunately, has come to an end for now. The beautiful thing in all of that, though, is now it's time for all of us to make new memories with new people and write new chapters. And the even more beautiful part of that is that those chapters that we wrote together aren't going to go anywhere, and that's a story that I will always look back on, and I will always remember the really good times that we had together. There were never any bad times. Those are the memories with them are probably the best and the ones that I will forever hold. And who knows, again, maybe we'll be back in each other's life soon. It's just right now we're doing so many different things. One of them is building this amazing organization, and I'm so proud of her, and she's doing so well. And the other one is about to graduate college and is where I was 2.5 years ago, getting ready to start her life and her career after, receiving her education. And I'm, again, transitioning from home into an apartment, into a new side of this beautiful city that has just captivated me ever since I moved here about 9 months ago. It's almost like a new birth, if you will. And so with all of that just comes change. And I feel like it's only happening for the better, to be completely honest. And so we'll always love them, and I know that they will always love me, and will always be supportive. I just think that right now, subconsciously, it's good for all of us to just be supportive from a distance, but always be there for one another if we ever need someone. And that's the harsh reality of it, and some people are probably going to be like, I can't believe you're talking about this, but I'm pretty sure somewhere somebody else who's going through it. I'm just brave enough to talk about it on YouTube. So, that probably sounded a little sassy, and I didn't mean for it to sound that way, I promise. But this is why I'm discussing it, because I feel like that's what I'm transitioning my channel into. I've always wanted to be authentic on it. I've always wanted to be real and be honest and answer any questions that anyone had. And one of the questions I was getting from within my inner circle is, how do you stop talking to someone? And this is why. And how. But that doesn't mean that that form or line of conversation will ever be cut off or ever shut off. I'll always be there for them, and I know that they'll always be there for me. So excited about new beginnings, so excited about new chapters. I'm finally in, again, a new place, and I'm excited to see what we make of it, because I haven't lived with my current roommate before, but we've become really close in the last 5 years that we've known each other. And thankfully we have the same decorating taste, because I changed our common areas, and I'll have to check with her, but maybe she'll let me do a apartment tour, and so that way you can see our new space, because I'm absolutely in love with it. But keep sending me your questions, your comments, your concerns, because I haven't made a video in months. That was really sweet, by the way, thank you. Follow me on all social media linked below. Trust me, I'm becoming a Snapchat whore. I need to stop. Oh, and Facebook, you can go live too, so if you follow me on Facebook, I'm sure you've seen... I thought she got here and was like, why is he talking to himself? You can watch me live, because I actually do get on. Sometimes it's during Sunday Fun Day, and I end up deleting the videos, but for the most part they're on there, and I wouldn't mind doing some shout-outs to you who liked the video. There was several. Sorry, I was a mess on this last Sunday. But yeah, and keep sending me anything that you want me to talk about. I'll be more than willing. Y'all guys have a great rest of the night, and we'll talk later. Bye.